Hey guys, how's it going? Bernadette here with the Unleashing Potentials podcast. Happy Monday, you guys. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend. And yeah, comment in the chat where you're tuning in from and how your weekend was and what you did, if you'd like. Because I know that all of us, we do um, different things on the weekend. Hi, Crystal. Thank you so much for joining the live. Happy to have you. Yeah, comment in the chat. What did you do this weekend? What did you get up to? And how has it been for you? Because I know for some people, the weekend is a time to rest, and others, it's a time to clean. And I am one of those people. On the weekends, that's when I attacked and clean and get ready for the school week. Yeah, comment below. And also where you're watching this from. I'd love to hear and know more about you. All right. And yeah, as you guys can see today, I want to talk about the solar eclipse that everybody's talking about. I wasn't going to miss out on this, you guys. There's no way. So I'm going to show you my shirt. It's my daughter's shirt, but it's mine now. I'm wearing it and it's very fitting for today. You guys, hi, Kayla. Thank you so much for joining. Yes, yes. I hope you're doing well as well. Thank you for joining the live. Um, oh, you had a wonderful weekend, Chris. So that's so awesome. And you met with a couple of new TikTok friends. No way. That's so cool. You know what? I don't know how to use TikTok properly, and I just stay away from it. Not that it's bad. I just don't know how to use it. And it's sad because I'm a millennial. I should know how to use supposedly all social media platforms, but I don't. And that's all right. So I'd love to hear also from you guys. When was the last time there was a separate eclipse in your time? Right? I hear that it happens every few decades. Like I have no idea. Have you had an eclipse before? If so, do you remember when it is and what was the energy was like, the energy of the planet? Just learning baby boomer. Oh, okay. That's awesome. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Thanks for sharing. I love when you guys interact in the lives. It makes it so much more fun and enjoyable. Yeah, I was telling Kayla, I still get nervous, you guys. Nervous, all right, when I'm doing live for some reason. I think it's a muscle that I have to exercise and continue to practice. It's so weird. I don't get nervous in the sense that I'm shaky or my voice. I feel it in my lungs. It's like, when you're running, you feel like you need to stop. That's kind of where I feel my nervousness. It's absolutely weird, but I'm okay with that. Yeah. Also, do you know if the eclipse is gonna pass where you are, Crystal? I don't know if it's gonna pass here because it's 11:30 a.m. here. I'm in Alberta, in Canada. I know it's gonna pass on the other side, Ontario or around that area. I think it's gonna pass as well. It's so cool and fascinating. Absolutely cool. Yeah. And yeah, I should probably introduce myself, eh? Because I realize that not everyone who is watching this knows who I am. Okay. So my name is Bernadette Desir, the one and only Bernadette, the coolest one that you'll meet. Oh no. I am the founder and solo host on the Unleashing Potentials podcast. And I run this amazing group that you are part of. And I'm just always excited to do this. And I wake up and I'm like, thank you, Jesus. I'm awake and I'm here to serve and help. And I'm just honored to be. Okay, you found something. Krista said I found something interesting in a post I will share with you. Absolutely. I love interesting stuff. I love it. So yeah, definitely share it with me. I'd love to check it out and see. Yeah. Yeah, so I was introducing myself. Yeah, that's who I am. Bernadette. I run the podcast and blah blah blah. Okay. So when I'm doing any type of live, I like to go over these, for people who want to come back to share their stories, or for those who are new to, whether it's my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, or Instagram. I'm not on TikTok yet. I will get on TikTok, okay? So wherever you are, whether you want to come back to share your story on the podcast again, here are a few things that I need from you to make everything flow smoothly and easier on me and you as well. Okay. I need your bio. You need to tell people who you are, what you do, and so on. I need your picture or pictures. Some people send me one picture, some people send me three, which gives me the opportunity to choose from them whatever works for me with the program that I'm using. Oh, yeah. I am supposed to be in dark about an hour. What? A whole hour, Crystal? Oh my gosh, that's a very long time. That's cool though. Just be cautious though. Yeah, I heard it can truly damage the eye. I don't know what else the eclipse can do, but they're pretty powerful. Yeah, so I was saying I need your bio links where people can find you, and I need your consent. Okay? Everybody who's been on the podcast, I send them a welcome letter. And in that letter, I need your consent. Consent to give me the permission to share not only your picture on the episode that I'm sharing, but the information you're sending me. Okay? Without that, I cannot post anything. Okay? And yeah, I think that's about it. Okay. One last thing. Sometimes people have how do I even say this? Assistants or people that are helping or work on their behalf to connect and go on podcast. I also need those that applies to those people as well. All right. All right. I think I read it right. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Some places in the States I heard it's supposed to be pretty dark. Yeah. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if it would be for an hour, but that's really cool though. Thank you for sharing, Krista. I appreciate that. Yeah, that's really cool. So, what is a total solar eclipse? That is exactly what is happening today, you guys. Exactly what's happening. Okay. So prior to that, I think we had full moon and so many other things happening in the solar system. All right. So when a total solar eclipse happen, the moon passes directly between Earth and the sun. And if you've seen, you probably have seen lots of different pictures of the eclipse, right? You'll see that it's just dark in the circle, and then there's little rays of darkness um, outside of it. Okay, so that is the sun passing directly between Earth, okay? And it's blocking any type of light that may be coming from the sun. It just blocks it completely, okay? And again, this eclipse, I don't know for other parts of the world, like maybe Australia or Europe, or what's happening with it, but for North America, what I know from what I've read is that it will pass through it. It will pass through it, and it will impact many states across the US and a few provinces around Canada. Okay, that's all I know so far of it. And oh, excuse me, I need water. Yeah, I'm trying to talk slow because when I get nervous, I'm like blah 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 blah. Like, talk slow. I'm fine. Yeah, so what else do I have to share relating to that? I got so many stuff happening on my screen here. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I got any other comments from you guys. Okay. See if I got any other comments from you guys. Okay. Okay. Can you guys still hear me? I'm just double checking. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think it's working now. Doo, doo, let's see. So my question would be when it comes, oh, you can hear me. Thank you, Crystal. When it comes to the solar eclipse, what is your favorite part about it? And do you go watch it? I know some people normally go and they watch it. And yeah, there are places you can get sunglasses to put on and to watch it. Yeah, what is your favorite part about it? All right. Yeah, I'm just looking through what else I want to share with you guys. Okay. Yeah, I also wanted to share that, obviously I think you guys have heard to not look directly at the sun. Some stuff you should be careful about when it comes to the eclipse. Looking directly at the sun, it does damage the eye and it can cause blindness and all of it. Just to practice safety, I would say, when it comes to it, and enjoy the eclipse. And also wanted to touch on, you see, I'm struggling because this is not my field that I don't normally cover that. Even though I took notes, I'm like, okay. So when it comes to the eclipse on a spiritual level, I'm going to share is that it forces our traumas to surface, and it's a time for renewal, for transformation, and it's also a time for us to experience what we call the dark or the darkness, because we need both and they both do exist. And it's also a time to reflect on things that we need to let go of. And it's also a time for us to um, go a little bit deeper into the places that we would normally avoid, whether it's within or externally. All right. And I know there's also a bunch of different types of emotions that may surface for people as well, and different symptoms that may happen. Some people will be more hungry, not motivated, motivated. It really depends where someone is spiritually on their journey, and the work that they need to be done. Because I think all of us, we do different works when it comes to our spiritual health. All right. And it also forces us to work with our shadows. The shadow self. Um, I know that most of us, all of us actually, have a shadow self, a self that is there to guide us, even though it's painful, even though it's hard. But essentially, the shadow self forces us to rest, to pause, and at times to forcefully go in and to separate wounds or trauma that we may have, to heal them. And I find that from my personal experience, the more that we fight with what we need to heal, the longer it takes to heal. And if not all of us, we know and at times understand what we need to focus on to heal, to feel better, to help others. But at times it's too painful to go into those places to work through the different traumas and things that traumatize us, to work on them. All right. So that's one of the many things the solar eclipse bring up for many people. And also it impacts the nervous system. I don't know if I have a proper nervous system, you guys. Mine is pretty shocked. Okay. So it impacts it, meaning our emotions are hayrwired. We may feel angry, happy, and stressed, and very discontent, and many other emotions may attach to that as well. An example I'll give is that there's been quite a bit of unrest. I don't watch the news, and I know lots of people who doesn't as well. Quite a bit of unrest, specifically in Haiti. It's where I'm from, and they've had to pull many people that were there, helping. Um, when it could be many different types of work that they did, but for safety reason, they've had to pull them out. All right. And that's the kind of planetary energy that the solar eclipse and the full moon bring as well. All right. And it's also a time to heal. And I am very big on the podcast when it comes to healing because I think all of us are very, very capable of healing. We can heal together, which is my logo on the podcast, Healing Together. Or we can choose to heal on a private, internal level, which is also healing, right? And when it comes to healing, I think it's a journey at times we have to take alone. And also at times we need support, guidance, and collaboration to heal, to promote what we're healing, right? And healing is a choice. Healing is a personal decision that we can choose to make. And yeah, that's one of the many things that the eclipse can bring. All right. Yeah, you guys feel free to comment in the comment as well. How have you noticed the solar eclipse have impacted you, whether it's physically, emotionally, and many other way? What are some signs and things that you are experiencing or have experienced in the last week or more that are a bit unusual? If they're not unusual, they're just happening more frequently. All right. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts on that. All right. And let's see what else I want to share. Ooh, okay. On a spiritual level, the solar eclipse and full moon, it's a time for our energies and whether it's our astral energy, astral bodies, and frequency to be. Oh, you actually feel the renewal. Thank you for sharing, Crystal. Yes, yes. And can you tell us what the renewal mean to you when you feel it? What are some signs or symptoms you may have when you feel it? I'm so happy you're feeling it. That's awesome. That's really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. Yeah, and it's a time for us to our energy system gets upgraded constantly. When I say energy, I want to branch out different types of energies specifically. I'm talking about spiritual energy, like the auric field, the chakras, and everything else. Oh, Crystal says my creativity is really flowing. That is so cool. I love that, Crystal. Oh, Kayla says that I've been getting major headaches more than usual and been exhausted. Yes. I'm sorry. Yes, yes. Those are very much so symptoms of the solar eclipse. And it's intense. It's really, really intense. I hope that you're resting and you continue to feel better. I've had migraines too, you guys. Okay. I'm telling you, I've had my fair share of the eclipse. The whole month of March was absolute shit. My entire household was sick. I was very sick until a week ago. I'm off antibiotics. And my emotions, I pick up people's energies and emotions, okay? And I don't know how not to pick it up. There are so many empaths that are struggling right now. Not only have they struggled previously, but when it's like when there's a full moon and then you get wolves howling. When I watch those shows, where people are transforming into wolves, that's a little bit of what it does, and it forces us to feel things that or not pleasant. I'm telling you guys, I've had to go really, really inward to work on some pretty deep stuff that I'm like, I don't want to do it. But with the energy of the eclipse and planet out, I'm like, I don't think I have a choice. I have to just do it. Yeah. Crystal, Do you paint or you do jewelry? Because I know we've talked a little bit before. Yeah. And yeah, yeah, Kayla, maybe you can share with us, some things that you've been doing to help with the headache and exhaustion. And I always talk about, practicing self-care. As moms, I'm a single mom staying at home. It doesn't matter whether a mom is single or not, all right? There's a type of exhaustion that we feel that is so crippling at times because we got to show up for our kids. And in the process, we forget to show up for ourselves. All right. Practice, practice, practice self care, you guys. Practice it. Okay. And another key point I want to focus on as well is that the veil is very, very, very thin. Okay. For those who may be watching this now or later, you may say, what is the veil? Okay. And for those who or a bit further in their spiritual journey, they'll know what that means. The veil, see it as a curtain, okay? It's a curtain between this physical world, okay? And this side would be the other side. So it's very thin that people, you can see through it, they can see through it, and we're constantly exchanging energy, constantly connecting. Hi, Gabby. Thank you so much for joining for this live. I'm so excited you're here. We're talking about the solar eclipse, and feel free to share anything that you've experienced when it comes to the solar eclipse. And Kayla did share that she's been getting headaches and very exhausted. And Crystal has been finding lots of creative energy, which is awesome. And me, I get headaches as well, and I've been very, very exhausted. Oh, you woke up very super achy today. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. That's not fun at all. Yeah. I woke up and I just pop an Advil or Tylenol. I take those as needed for my chronic pain, but some days are harder than others. And Krista said, yes, I feel the physical difference, but I don't focus on that. Okay, good. Yes, I make jewelry, but I paint, sew, and etc. That's so cool. That's really cool. And Gabby said, I had many strange dreams, and I feel it was because of that too. Absolutely. Absolutely. And before you hopped on, I was talking about the veil being very, very thin, uh, the physical side here, and then the spiritual side. It's very thin. And it's a time for our loved ones to step up, and it's very easy for them to connect with us because they can get a bit closer to us. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Vivid dreams. Yeah. I've been hearing people having vivid dreams as well. Yeah. Some dreams I woke up, I'm like, what just happened? And yeah, I think it's important to maybe have a dream journal. I have one. I've been using one for the last 2 years, and I have a few dream books. Yeah, yeah, I agree, Gabby. Yeah. And I think when we record our dreams, there's different messages that are coded into the dreams that we may understand right away or that we may not understand at all. Maybe in your dream, a loved one came to visit you and they've been gone for a while. That's them coming back to say, hey, I'm still around you, I'm here. And that's them showing up. Mhm. And Gabby says, sometimes I feel I don't dream. I travel and come back. At least it feels that way. Oh, that's so cool. You guys are right in my field and alley here. I have been so anxious and nervous to talk about spiritual stuff. That's so cool. Gabby, it sounded like you asked for travel. And I've been doing that all my life. And I did not know that I've been doing that. Last year I find out. Oh, yeah. You've been traveling, my friend, for quite a bit, for quite a while. Yep. Yeah, if you're feeling like you're not dreaming, but you're traveling and you're coming back. Yeah. And yeah, yeah, it is. It would be very interesting to, I don't know if you remember what you see when you travel. Sometimes all of us go into the astral realm. There are so many different astral levels, but I know this is a third dimension. There's one, two, three, four, five, and then the third is the worst. It's very dense, it's very heavy, and it's our schoolroom where we learn. The fourth is where most people travel to when they sleep at night. And the fourth is where our loved ones meet us, whether it's in dreams or astral travel. It's very fascinating. And I know there's up to 17 astral levels. I think I've been to 5 people who's been to all the way up high. Yeah. That would be something really cool to talk about. Let me know if you guys want me to talk more about spiritual stuff. Because yeah, it is very interesting. Yeah, because I don't necessarily always understand my guides, but someone who connects with that spiritual part, a shaman, he did say that I'm holding back quite a bit. That I know what I've experienced is actually real, and I'm holding back on telling people about my experience. And really, I think so many people are experiencing those spiritual phenomenons that needs to be talked about. Yeah. Okay, here's why I've been holding back. They know, but you guys don't know. Okay. So growing up in Haiti, I grew up around voodoo, Catholic, what else? There's probably 5 I grew up around. Jehovah Witness. Oh, you said it can feel scary. Yes, it can. And I think being in the 3D reality, it is very natural to hold on to a bit of fear when we go where we don't understand where we are. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm telling you, I've been terrified at times, but over time, it's such a beautiful experience, and I hope over time you can um, embrace it and dissolve the fear because there's so much love there, so much love waiting for us, and we are part of that love as well. Yeah, and yeah, so I was talking a little bit background on why I hold back. The different religions I grew up in, and my recent faith, Christianity, people saying at times that this is witchcraft, it's voodoo, it's blah, blah, blah. Okay, so these are all ties and things that I've had to slowly let go of and accept and embrace what is. All right. And yeah, I was born open as a child, meaning I could see dead people and I could hear dead people. I still do, right? Um, yeah, I'd be so curious if you guys can share any type of physical, spiritual experiences that you may have had. Thank you, Gabby, for sharing. Yeah, if you guys have experienced anything along that line, I'd love to know more because I think so many people are having those beautiful, powerful, intense experiences and are not always, they don't feel comfortable always to be open about it. All right. And I'm telling you, there's no turning back once you start to develop those senses and gifts as well. Yeah. Yeah. And yeah, was it last week or 2 weeks ago, you guys? Wait. Gabby says, I definitely know lots of people close to me who have experienced similar things, and I've witnessed some myself growing up. That's beautiful. That's so fascinating, Gabby. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that's really cool. Oh, I'd love to connect and do a live on this. I always ask anybody to do lives to talk about their experiences, but yeah. And speaking of, while we're around this topic, you guys, I'm gonna be doing a live on the other side because there was a poll that I put on the group to do. So I like to do my research before I talk, right? Because I don't want to just do a live and then what's the point if I don't know what I'm talking about? So that's kind of how I do my life. Sometimes it just naturally flow, but I need some type of notes to guide me. But yes, sometime this week, I will be talking about spirituality and the other side. It's funny that we call it the other side. I never understand that because there's nothing about what we call the other side that's on the other side because it's all right here, right now, in this moment. It's everywhere. We can access it anytime. But that's the word that people use, and I'm forced to use it as well. We're gonna talk about the other side, okay? And I've had so many incredible encounters with loved ones that are deceased. They're very much alive, but to us, they're deceased, but they're around. And yeah, I remember very, very, very young seeing my grandfather. And he came to visit me also last year while I was in the shower. And I'm like, dude, can you pick a different time? Should be called another side. There are so many. Absolutely, Crystal. I think you guys are pretty connected to what we're calling the other side or another side. I agree. Yeah. There's so much. And we're more connected than we think. Very, very connected. And yeah, I saw my grandfather. What else did I see? You may not believe me, but I'll share it anyways, because I'm told I'm holding back. So there it goes. So one of my first vision that I've had was of Jesus' feet. The dude does wear those sandals. You've had many experiences to Crystal. Yes, I believe you, my friend. I do. Yeah. And he does wear the crystals, the white robe. And I remember seeing his feet. I'm like, huh, why am I looking at your feet? I couldn't look up because the light was too bright. And all my life, I've struggled with loving myself for who I am. And there are many different verses in the Bible where it reference to come at the feet of Jesus to find peace and rest and so on. So that was why I saw that, I believe, and they've had to send him because I had so much resistance based on what I believed being in this reality. All right. And what else? Yeah, I want to collect and share my dream journal with you guys probably sometime this week when I do the live. So should make a note on that to share. And oh yeah, and I've seen an angel. This That's something I also want to talk about. Oh man, it's so fascinating. Do you believe in angels, guys? If so, why? Have you seen one? I have seen one. And he was, yeah, it was Archangel Uriel. He was going up a funnel. And he is very much associated with, you do believe in angels, Crystal said. Yep, me too. I've gone too far not to believe, trust me. I've had too many proofs not to believe. Um, but yeah, he is very much associated with releasing and shedding the other self. Oh, not like that. Okay, what do you mean? Like with shedding the other self and then renewing and helping grounding and whatnot. All right. What else could I share with you guys relating to that? Hmm. Yeah. Oh, and I've seen one of my spirit guides as well. That's a whole other topic as well. It's so fascinating. Yeah. I might do a different poll as well so you guys can tell me what else you want me to talk about. I'm feeling a bit led to talk about angels, and I won't go too much in feeling heavy angelic spirit. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing that. Um, yeah, I think angels are everywhere. And have you ever had something that was supposed to wipe you out and it never did? Whether it was a car accident, an illness, very chronic disease. Um, some of us are supposed to be gone, but we're not. And those are the angels at work. They step in. Um, yeah, they step in just in time to help us. Yeah, that's them at work. And I think during the solar eclipse, they're even more busy because it's a time for them to reveal more of our beauty. And it's a time for them to bring healing, to bring hope. They do that all the time. Oh, you gotta go? Thank you so much, Gabby, for joining. And yeah, I love hanging out with you as well. And Krista said exactly 3 times for sure. Wow, that is so profound. That is so cool. Thank you so much for sharing, Crystal. I love that. I love when you guys share your experiences, when you connect with me through the lives. It does make them a bit less lonely and comforting, just to know that people are watching, they're connecting, and we're just sharing things that we all can relate to. I love that. Thank you, Crystal. Yeah. Yeah. So I think I'm gonna slowly wrap up the live because I don't want to give too much of what I'm going to talk about, and I can do that pretty quick. I want to save my live that's coming up this week. I'm so excited, you guys. This stuff just gets me all giddy and excited. I'm excited. And Crystal, I don't know if I've had you on the podcast yet, my friend. And send me a message. Let me know if you'd still like to connect and come on the podcast. I'd definitely love to have you on as well. And anyone else who is watching who wants to come on the podcast, hey, come on. Come on the podcast and party with me. I'd love to have you. All right. What else do I need to share? Yeah, so I'm gonna start to look for new guests and people. Oh, you're still nervous about it? I totally respect that. And I understand. I'll be here anytime when you're ready, and you will not do it alone. I can tell you that for sure. I'll be there every step of the way with you. So reach out to me whenever you're ready, my friend. All right? Reach out, reach out. And I actually admire and respect that you said you're nervous about it because you're being authentic to how you're feeling. And it shows a lot of growth and resilience. So thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. 12:04 my time here, you guys. I have an interview at 12:30. It's my first interview since I've been crappy shit sick. And I'm excited. So I am on the hunt and I'm looking for people to come on the podcast to share their stories, their journeys. If you know anybody who knows somebody and somebody, please connect them to me. And if you're still nervous, you want to wait, I respect that. All right. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the Unleashing Potentials podcast official YouTube channel. On the podcast YouTube channel, glad you're feeling better. Thank you so much. Me too. Feels good to feel better. And on the podcast channel, I have so much going on. You can watch full episodes that are video, and then you can also listen or watch. You'll message me. Thank you. Thank you. And you can also listen to episodes because sometimes there are guests who doesn't want to come on camera. And I respect that as well. So you can listen to audio episodes, okay? And the podcast is available, I believe, on Amazon, Google Podcasts, Spotify, other places, and YouTube. All right. And yeah, I think that's all I have to share. Be safe, be well. You are loved, you're treasured, and enjoy the eclipse if it's passing where you are. I don't see anything here. It's nice and sunny. So yeah, enjoy, enjoy. We'll be in touch, Christo. Thank you, everyone, for your support, for watching, and continue your healing journey. All right. Have a good day, you guys. Bye.